This is what we've been waiting for, guys. The Democratic debates are just around the corner, and today they released the lineup for both nights. We're talking Wednesday, June 26th, Thursday, June 27th. A total of 20 candidates split into two, 10 on Wednesday, 10 on Thursday. What is the lineup? Let's get to it. What does it mean? But before we get into that, I want to let you know, my name is Tim Black. You are now watching the most watched, most shared Black independent media on the left. I don't care who else you watch. You need to watch this channel. Subscribe today, become a member, click the bell notification button, and choose get all notifications, because if you do not, you will not get all notifications. Now let's get into it. If you could have scripted this, you could have not scripted it in a more dramatic fashion. I would have thought that there was a fixed end. But according to reports, each candidate had an opportunity to send a representative to the offices to oversee the picking of names. All right, so unless someone tells me that there was something nefarious, something hinky going on, something slick willy going on with the name choices, I'm going to have to say it was above board. Here's a full listing of the candidates who will be debating on June 26. Senator Cory Booker, Senator Elizabeth Warren, former Representative Beto O'Rourke, Senator Amy Klobuchar, former Rep. John Delaney, Representative Tulsi Gabbard, former Housing Secretary Julian Castro, Representative Tim Ryan, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, and Washington Governor Jay Inslee. That's your first night. So looking at that a little bit closer, what are the pros for Elizabeth Warren having the debate stage on Wednesday as opposed to Thursday alongside Joe Biden and the other contenders? And I'll tell you this, it helps Elizabeth Warren continue her narrative of being a front runner without being so much encumbered by other challengers that really could knock her off of her message. Elizabeth Warren can play the ringleader. She can play the front runner that night and avoid any entanglements with the others, because there's no one there that she needs to gain ground against, only could lose ground against. Get what I'm saying? So Elizabeth Warren gets to continue her narrative of being a fighter. She has put out 2 books previously about fighting the system, fighting back. And now her motto, and her campaign motto should say is something about fighting. Okay? Fight, fight, fight. Okay. So what are some of the cons that Elizabeth Warren may face having this debate stage, sort of being the top tier candidate on a run right now, polling at 15% in Iowa, according to an Iowa poll? Well, I would say Tulsi Gabbard is a con for Elizabeth Warren. Having the stage pretty much with people with less foreign intelligence, foreign experience, foreign relations experience, military experience. I think that Tulsi Gabbard is going to be could be a lightning rod to bring down Elizabeth Warren and expose her lack of credentials in that area, as would be anyone else dealing with Tulsi Gabbard on this front. Tulsi Gabbard, if she goes on the aggressive, the offense, and goes after Elizabeth Warren, could make a heck of a wave, a hell of a wave. Let's say a hell of a wave on Wednesday, and there will be nowhere really for Elizabeth Warren to hide unless she hides behind Cory Booker. And I don't expect Cory Booker to spend his time when he should be expanding on his own campaign, defending Elizabeth Warren. So I'm excited to see Tulsi Gabbard. You know, when I first heard about the lineup, I was kind of upset because, like, wow, okay, this is not good that Elizabeth Warren gets to sort of be out here on this island by herself. But to put her in a room along with Tulsi Gabbard and Amy Klobuchar, Beto O'Rourke, Cory Booker, which are primarily the people that I'm looking at in that particular, Amy Klobuchar to a lesser degree. I think it's great for Tulsi Gabbard. I make no qualms about the fact that I support Tulsi Gabbard's foreign policy. I think she's very strong in that aspect. I want to hear more from her on the domestic tip. Hopefully she'll use this as an opportunity also to better share her platform on her domestic side of the game and lighten up, loosen up, and go for it. This is your time to shine. Miss Gabbard, damn the smear articles. This is your time to show why you're on that stage and what it really means for you and what it can mean for the country, more importantly. So, Wednesday, We got Elizabeth Warren, Tulsi Gabbard, Amy Klobuchar, Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke, and de Blasio, Inslee, a couple other people. That's bad. John Delaney, okay. And Julian Castro. All right, so the second night, which is going to be the bigger night, it's like they saved the most dramatic for last. We're going to have the big hitters, Pete Buttigieg, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Michael Bennet, Marianne Williamson, Representative Eric Swalwell, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, Andrew Yang, Governor Hickenlooper, and of course, none other than Kamala Harris. I would have preferred for it to be a little bit more evenly weighted. This night has so many, top tier candidates. It's sort of like, wow, is there going to be enough time for them truly to sort of have a back and forth? I'm not sure with 10 candidates, but it is an opportunity for someone to break out. I expect, now this is just me predicting here, based on what I've been seeing lately, I expect all to go after Joe Biden. It is a little thing that's been kind of circulating amongst the independent media and amongst grassroots activists on the ground. It's a phrase. Biden been hiding. Yeah, Joe Biden has been hiding. He's doing these really small town hall type events, away from cameras. He's not doing anything big. He's not really getting out there in front. He's definitely not doing a Donald Trump, which is going out in front of thousands and thousands of people, constantly putting his message out and jumping in front of any camera he can. Joe Biden has been playing very low key. And I think that's due to the fact that Joe Biden has a lot of rust on his delivery. Now, it's one thing to be from the Rust Belt. It's another thing to have old rusty belts in your motor engine. That's right. Joe Biden is very rusty. I saw him giving a town hall. I thought he went to sleep at the town hall. Yeah, he looked bad. So I'm expecting this night to be important to bring Joe Biden back down to earth, to show why Joe Biden has never won a single state primary in the other 2-3 times that he's ran for the presidency. It's time now to show why Joe Biden never ascends in the polls, only descends in the polls. It's time now to show who the true Joe Biden is, and he will do so when he starts to talk. There is no pro for Joe Biden here. No pro whatsoever. This is all bad for Joe Biden. I only see cons for Joe Biden. Anytime that Joe Biden has to actually speak in front of people, it's a con for him. It's always an opportunity for him to make an unforced error. They don't call him Joe Lightning Gaff Biden for nothing. So it can only be bad for Joe Biden. It can only hurt him. His job is to stay untouched and to run around the ring and avoid contact. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on Thursday, June 27th. So how is this a pro for Bernie Sanders? Well, it's a pro because now Bernie Sanders gets to go out and contrast himself next to Joe Biden and show why he's the more energetic, the more virile, the more reasonable, the more progressive, the stronger debater. He needs to show that on Thursday. He needs not to become a shell of himself. Now, I've given Bernie Sanders I've given him a lot of credit for his Fox News town hall, but I also gave him, I removed some credit when he had the follow-up town hall on CNN. He was less aggressive. I don't know if he got more comfortable or if he just fell back into, I don't know, like anybody can have an off night. It wasn't a bad night for Bernie Sanders, but I want to see the same fire, the same aggressiveness that he showed in the Fox Town Hall. If they throw a smear at Bernie, Bernie needs to go after it. He needs to attack. Same thing for Tulsi Gabbard on Wednesday. They need to attack and be aggressive and to get their point across. You can do so without being angry. You can do so without being, to raise those unfavorability numbers. But you have to do it. You have to take the chance of confronting any smear directly and head on. What are the pros and cons for Pete Buttigieg? The pro is Pete gets an opportunity to be Pete. And up until this point, it seems like the people that like Pete, he can do no wrong. He can go out, he can give non-answers, he can be evasive, he can speak platitudes and flowery words, and they just like him for who he is. The con for Pete Buttigieg will be if he's himself and he doesn't have firm policies, if he doesn't have something to root all of this charisma, all of this affability, likability, nice guy scenario, if he didn't have something to sort of anchor that in, policy is going to change the lives of Americans, not just sound good, well, this could hurt him. It could. Pros and cons for Kamala Harris. This is a pro because Kamala Harris likes to talk. It's also a pro because she gets to be on the stage with mostly men, her and Kirsten Gillibrand. And I think she can avoid sort of going after Kirsten Gillibrand and focus her attention on getting that, the female vote and the female energy. And remember, this is still the age of the Me Too movement. This is still the year of the woman. And she can use that to her benefit, and I think she will. Call it identity politics if you want. I call it a strategy that she will employ to great effect if she's on top of her game. The con I see for Kamala Harris is simple. 2 words. Word salad. Yeah. Kamala Harris has a tendency to slip and to slide in the word salad into a point where she's not really saying anything, but words are coming out. She has to avoid that here on this debate stage. What more aggressive anything can happen in a scenario where there are people who are candidates who are at 1 or 2% who want to push through, who want to break through. And this will be their moment. They could use this moment to go after Kamala Harris. All right. Andrew Yang, dark horse from the back, Andrew Yang coming through. What can the Yang gang look forward to? What are some of the pros that Andrew Yang has for this night, being up against, being on the stage with Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg? What is this good for? This is good because a lot of people are going to be watching this show. A lot of people are going to watch this night. They may miss the first night, but they are not going to miss the second night. I think viewership is going to be up. And Andrew Yang said,
Andrew Yang, who do you most look forward to challenging in the upcoming debates?
Well, I've said that I have an 8% chance of standing next to Joe Biden. And that's the plan, because I want America to Google Asian man standing next to Joe Biden.
And he wants to be standing next to Joe Biden. Now, I don't know if he's going to get his wish on that, but he's on stage with Joe Biden. Given the fact that this is America, we notice colors. He's right. They're going to go, who's that guy? And then he'll have his opportunity to shine. A pro. This is all pros for Andrew Yang. A con would be, negative would be, if he's only focused on being likable. I liked Andrew Yang the moment I spoke to him, and I talked to him for an hour a couple of months ago. I like the guy. How could you not like Andrew Yang? What I want from Andrew Yang, and this a lot of his viewers, supporters don't understand, I want more substance out of Andrew Yang. Don't tell me what's on his website. I want to see it coming out of his mouth. Andrew Yang must not only introduce himself, because he just did that on Bill Maher's show. He needs to show what his vision is for the country. I want Andrew Yang to be more than just a novelty. I want to do more than just amplify his name. I want him to paint a vision, lay it out, and to be strong on domestic issues. Show why Andrew Yang is a clear cut, is a decision. If you want to go against the power structure that currently resides in D.C., why Andrew Yang would be a good candidate for that, why he should be your guy. That's what Andrew Yang needs to sell on Thursday, June 27th. As for Kirsten Gillibrand, Amy Klobuchar, and some of the others who are in this race, Marianne Williamson, continue to speak your message. A pro for her is having the opportunity to be on this stage. This is great for her just to expand on what's important to her, an author of a lot of self-help books and a culture and a way of living. I think this is great for her, a great platform for her to express those things that matter to her. I want to hear her have the opportunity to talk about reparations, the ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. I want to hear about that. Also, Kirsten Gillibrand would be a good opportunity for her to campaign for a position in the administration. I think that Kirsten Gillibrand could be effective in a position in a Democratic presidency, a cabinet position. And I think she needs to start making moves to get that done for herself. I think that's more realistic. Same thing goes for Amy Klobuchar. That's where the focus should be. Same thing with Cory Booker. This opportunity to run for president is, no one's entitled to be president. No one should have the feeling like they've earned to be president. you have more of a chance of being struck by lightning while drinking a draft beer, playing freeze tag, while wearing golf shorts and a sun visor and listening to Barry Manilow records. Like, that's how rare it is to become the president of the United States. The odds of becoming president are very slim. I don't think it's something that anybody can feel like they're obligated to or that they should get. So that's the way I approach this. I think that anybody given the opportunity to run for it is already a winner in a certain aspect. I mean, and to be on the world stage, hell. So that's the way I see it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Who, what, when, where, why, how? How will this all shape up? Why is this a good move? Or why is this important for the candidate that you choose to have this opportunity? How can they use this opportunity to their benefit, to benefit the country, to benefit their supporters, to grow their support base? Bernie Sanders, as of right now, has the most support. He has the most volunteers, over 1 million volunteers. He has infrastructure set up in states all across the country. Amy Klobuchar does not have this. Kamala Harris does not have this. Joe Biden does not have this. Pete Buttigieg does not have that. In my opinion, Bernie Sanders is still the favorite. He has to show up Thursday, June 27th, and perform and do his thing, because that's what's needed right now. Now's the time. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you enjoyed this content, become a subscriber. And if you value Black, independent, left-leaning media, I tell you guys, there's very little of it. We're killing it. We're doing our best here to bring this content to you. Go to my page here, and you'll find a link in the description below to become an official member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. And I'm trying to tell you guys, we're going to be making some noise in 2020. You don't want to miss it. Get exclusive content as we go on this journey together. Remember, #PeoplePower. I'll see you on the next one.